Alright, I just clicked on the go live button, so we should be live now. Once you guys... wait, let me see. Let me just double check. Alright, sorry for the echo. We are indeed live, and it is just about a minute to Raph coming out in World Divisions JP. You know what? Let's go into the summon screen and check right away. Yep, she's not out yet. Just another minute or so, and it will be everybody's favorite Darkness Warriors time to shine, I guess. Okay, there we go. Wait, what's this? Alright, so because this is April 1st, on top of Raphu's summon banners, we also have this April Fool's event thing. Oh boy, let's see. I don't know who this person is. Well, I mean it's Balo, but apparently they're giving him some special kind of name. But basically, you are getting Balo for free, a level 99 version of Balo with this summon, and he will be fully maxed out, or rather you will get everything you need to max out his level. So he is the April Fool's joke unit this time, I guess. And he has the Dream Enhancement, or I guess we call it Transcendence and Global. Is there any details about this? Maybe if I look at the in-game notices, it'll tell me a little more. Hey everyone, welcome to the stream. Noxong, Soren Severin, Ryan LB90, who else is here? Tom Police, Kaiser, Kill LK. Yep, so every year in JP they run an April Fool's event. And last year's it was some kind of job recruitment seminar set in the world of War Divisions, or rather set in the modern world but with the War Divisions characters, and you could choose to enlist in the Leonis Company, the Fenris Company, or the Horn Company. And it was funny because if some of you guys have seen that tweet going about from the JP official Twitter, there's a tweet that actually says, if you want to quit, just quit. There are a lot of replacements for you. There's no shortage of replacements for you. That tweet, that was actually meant to be a in-universe joke written by Muraga, because they had the bosses of each company take over the Twitter account for War Division for a day. Let's check out the notices. Let me see if I have my chat open. Right now it's a little bit difficult for me to read chat, but let me resize my window so that it's easier. Tom Police says, your game doesn't reset to log in when updating. I already updated the game earlier because they usually push out the update about 10 minutes before the actual thing goes live. And how is the voice, how is the audio mix, by the way? Is my voice too loud, or is the music too loud? As usual with April Fools in JP, we get the producer's necktie, producer's bow tie, which is a rerun every single year on April 1st. Because it's meant to be the April 1st, or rather April Fool's joke item. So this year it's back in the challenge missions. And what else? So this year's April Fool's campaign. Huh. There's some kind of in-game joke here that I don't understand. But basically he is, apparently he's become the strongest knight, or something like that. Let's see, April 1st, to all the War Divisions players. Okay, there we go. Here we go. We have the reading of Beilo's weird Japanese name, Imano. Imano Beilo. So Imano Beilo, which is I was Beilo. What the heck? So basically, the Japanese name for Beilo, the joke name for Beilo, is read as Imano Beilo, which literally means I was Beilo. Anyway, to all the FFBE World Divisions players, me, Imano Beilo, I have read my first light novel. I am in the midst of reading my first light novel. By the time I noticed it, I was Beilo, which is the name of the light novel. And while I was reading that, I suddenly lost consciousness. And when I woke up, I had a smartphone in my hand. Huh? And he he found himself in the body of the Beilo that was in the Lions Valley, basically in the War of the Visions game, basically. And the Beilo I found myself in the body of felt super strong. I felt like demonically strong. Okay, so basically, there is this person in our real world called Imano Beilo. He was reading a night novel, he fell asleep, and he got transported into an isekai, another world, the world of War of Visions, and he found himself in the body of the Beilo in the War of the Visions. And so if you... so that's this year's April Fool's event, and if you clear it, you get all the stuff you need to make Beilo level 140. So, yeah. And you also get the UR equipment, Beilo's, or rather Imano's smartphone. Alright, so, sorry, so much of my attention is taken away by this April Fool's event. Tazy Fan Visions, Vinju, love you Vinju, Ryan LB90, Reen, thanks for stopping by. So Reen says, my mic is great. I haven't started pulling yet, Vinju. Ryan LB90 says, Beilo is not a fool. HS93 says, hello Daiba, discovered your channel recently. Really nice stuff. Thanks for your hard work. Well, I hope, thank you for checking out my videos, and yeah, I do hope you'll, come back to the channel every now and then. I plan to upload more videos than ever before. Previously, I had to take a bit of a break due to some real life reasons, but now I'm finally able to start making more videos, so more stuff coming your way for sure. Ryan LB says he's yeah, basically there's like a real life version of Beilo who got transported into the War of the Visions universe. And so this is the first event quest. When I regained consciousness, it was cold. It felt cold. So this is the, I guess it's some kind of quest set in, what is the name of the Wizette? It's set in Wizette, I suppose. When Imano Beilo woke up, he became Beilo from War of the Visions. And he found himself in the middle of a blizzard with Minu, as well as Sages, and the rest of the Wizette support troops. He was surrounded by the Wizette support troops. And from there, he begins his battle. He begins to put himself through the rigors of battle. So once you clear this quest, you will get You will get some rewards from the challenge missions, and you will be able to take Balo, make Balo stronger for the next quest. Blah blah blah. And from the challenge missions, that's where you get the smartphone. And I think that's it. Alright, let's take a look at that challenge mission board. Pretty interesting this time. So you need to clear it. I wonder what this thing is. I guess, is there a way to see it? So I have to fully clear it to see what are the stats for this. Your roommate say it was Raph. Well, I'm about to go and pull for her right now. Sorry to keep you guys waiting. Just wanted to wait a little bit more and read up on the April Fool's event. Kaiser says, wish Balo and Leart would come back to the story. Yeah, I wish that too. But you know what? They're living happily ever after. So that's really important as well. Alright, so this banner here is a 3-step for 6,000 visual. You get a chance to get one of these Crystal Warriors at random, including Rafu. So she's actually included here, I believe. Yep, Rafu is included. So I believe at the conclusion of another story for the first time around in JP, we also had this banner where you could just do this 3-step for 6,000 paid vis, and you could get Astrius or any one of the other ones. So I have a chance of, I have like 4 of the 6 Darkness Fast characters. The only ones I don't have are Rugia and Rafu here. So obviously I'm not going to pull on that banner, it's too much of a trap. I'm going to do this one, as well as the standard banner, I suppose, and the Mind Spirit banner, and that will be about it. But basically, I'm definitely going to finish pulling her all the way. Let me just check out the rest of the banner. Okay, so nothing special. First of all, I need to go and buy the ticket, the cheap 300 visual ticket from the shop. Tom Police says, imagine they make Balo UR a little Leela with a spin-off story. That would be pretty interesting. I think the reason why they decided to retire Balo, the character, was because of some issue with the voice actor. I think the voice actor passed away or something. I need a bunch of Perrine shards, so I'm gonna buy them. And where is the cheap ticket? I believe, no, this is not the one. There we go, our Rafu ticket. Get it? Rafu ticket as in like raffle, but not raffle, but it's a Rafu ticket. Far as My Blood says, hey Odaima, thanks for all the JP news and translations. You're welcome, and I definitely, so I think I said it in my previous video already, but moving forward, not only will I try to bring you guys all the, you know, important information from JP news and stuff like that, but I will also be working on some global-based content for you guys, because I think a lot of people don't realize that my global account is actually way more stacked than my JP account. So yeah, I do definitely want to make use of that for content. Vinju says, oh wow, level 140 Balo. What's his full stats look like? That's something we need to check out later. Kale LK says, we need Ikemen Balo. That would be kind of fun. I don't know, like Ikemen Balo would, I mean, come on, look at this cute face. I wouldn't change a thing, to be honest. So we'll save that for later. Let's begin pulling, I guess before that we should look at the stats. Skyfire X says, reporting for false advertising if you don't pull in first try. Oh no. Well, I'll be sure to change the text on the screen later on, so that Google can't fault me for, you know, doing this, so that it doesn't look like false advertising. Anyway, the TMR is gives you 266 HP, 10 defense, and 3 agility up. It's an accessory with a 2-cast skill for the next 3 turns. Give yourself HP, maximum HP up, and recover the increased amount of HP and jump +1. So the TMR is pretty bad, I think. The only thing you really get out of it is the jump +1 and a bunch of HP. I guess it's, well, after all, I guess this is supposed to be some kind of TMR for tax, right? So we'll have to wait and see. We'll have to wait for WOTV calc later on to see what is the amount of HP we get back from this TMR. Well, not get back, but rather increase in maximum HP. I wonder if her companion unit is out already. Usually it's not that fast. Alright, looks like it's not out yet, so we'll check it out in a bit. For now, I think we can start pulling. Minju says, hope Santa Belo is coming out. Maybe he will be the new winter unit. Nah, come on, let's be real. There's almost zero possibilities that will happen. But it would be certainly interesting to see a Santa Belo. Alright, so the first thing is the 10 pull ticket. So I guess we start from here. Let me get a sip of water and I will be right with you guys. Okay, I feel way better now. Been really thirsty because early on I recorded like a pretty long video that's coming out tomorrow. It's not something people expect, I think, but it's gonna be a fun video. Anyway, RF Como says center Engelbert should be Pog though. Yeah, that would be pretty fun to have. Kaiser says Ketone and Valentine Udira's TMR's looking better. I think I agree with that because, well, I think the one thing we don't know is how much maximum HP you get with this TMR. If the maximum HP increase is significant, this could potentially be useful. But for now, yeah, definitely Valentine Udira's TMR is more useful. For Ketones is okay, I guess. I don't really use it for tanks, it's more for elite stuff. Alright, so with that said, we're gonna start pulling finally. Not sure if I want to record a separate thing for YouTube. What am I saying? I'm already on YouTube. Probably not gonna do a separate recording, so we'll just get into it right now. So, as advertised, I will obviously get my Rafu in the first 10... Straight away, it's a brown book. So, I guess I didn't get her in my first 10 pull. Yilder says, when will we get... What's this? Mankini Zazan? What does that mean? Mankini? Pororo says, good luck. Thank you. I will definitely need it. Not sure if you guys watch my Twitch streams, but for the last 2 global characters I pulled, Sephiroth and Yuffie, I reach pity on both of them, which is pretty bad luck if you think about it. I mean, Sephiroth reaching pity, I can understand, but Yuffie, I mean, Yuffie is 0.8%. How could, like, what kind of odds, you know? What are the odds of me reaching full pity as well for Yuffie? Right? For a lot of people, they definitely didn't reach pity, so, I don't know, my luck recently has not been amazing. Ryan says, hi Odaiba. Hey Ryan, thanks for stopping by. Whoa. No, this is just nothing. Alright, so I've done 2  10 pulls already. and it's nothing great so far. You know, I kind of forgot how to stream on YouTube. Like, I don't know, I've been trying to stream on Twitch so much that I forgot, like, what is the flow I usually do when it comes to a YouTube stream. I think I'm gonna have to go and watch my old YouTube streams later on to figure it out. It feels a little bit weird to be using this setup, because usually I use the other setup, which is this one right here, but then the chat doesn't really like appear properly most of the time. So I have to come down to this one instead. The good thing is later on when WOTV calc is up, I have like a quick toggle that I can use to quickly get to the web page. Charles says, good luck Odaima, subscriber since 1992. Thank you so much for your support, I really appreciate it. And yep, I need all the luck I can get. Yuda Jaded says, yep, PD for a cost 90 is ultra bad. Yeah, I know, right? Alright, so next up is the standard freebies. This is the cheap version. This is the set of banners that for some reason we never seem to get in global version. So right now we've had Perrine and Rugia come out in global version already, right? Both times there was supposed to be this particular banner here, which gives you a little bit of a discount on the first stab, and then on the third stab you do get 40 shards of the unit. And you get to do this special banner 2 times, 2 whole rounds. So we're gonna get into that right now. Kaiser says, is the sound off for anyone else? Yeah, it could be my... You know what, let me try and fix... Hello? Is it better now? So I was just, I was speaking pretty far away from the mic. Give me a moment. Okay, is the sound better now? Or is it still weird? So I got closer to the mic, and at the same time I turned down the gain a little bit so that the mic doesn't amplify my voice that much. So it may seem relatively my voice may sound a little bit softer. So I'm not sure if I need to turn it back up. HS93 says, yep, it's perfect now. Okay, so I guess I keep this current setup. Zach says, wait a minute. Let me move my window for a bit. So earlier on, Peroro says pitying 0.4 at 200 pulls is 45% chance. So I had like, oh my goodness. I had such a good chance of getting a unit and somehow I just didn't. It feels super bad. Skyfire X says, yeah, Global skips all the banners, which is really horrible. I hope they make changes to this. You know what? That's actually not the thing I'm most angry about. There's something else about Global version that I'll talk about in a bit that I am super pissed with. I don't know why they decided to do this, but UR antlers in Global actually cost more, if you notice. In JP you can get what do you call it, the UR antler set at 2000 visual, but in Global so far you have had to buy it at 3000 visual, which is pretty bad. Charles says, oh, here you are, good luck on pulls. Yeah, sorry, I decided to switch it on YouTube instead of Twitch because I'll talk about it later, but hopefully this is Ralfu. And of course it isn't. Anyway, I kind of figured out that, so basically the previous stream, on Twitch where I did a live translation stream. That was like the last set of data I needed for deciding, you know, which platform I should try and stream on. And I think for me, what I'm gonna do moving forward is most streams, if they're like an event kind of stream, if it's something like a poll stream or, you know, a live translation stream, that kind of thing, for the most part I will stream it on YouTube. And then for Twitch I will reserve it for, you know, streaming things that I don't want to be archived. So that will be things like longer streams where I do like mock battles and arena and, you know, build stuff with, you know, people in chat, that kind of thing. Those streams, because the archive itself will be super long, will be super difficult for me to grab and upload onto YouTube. I think I'll just have those videos not be archived, and those will be the kind of streams I will do on Twitch. But for the most part, outside of that, for the shorter streams, I will definitely be doing on YouTube moving forward. So I'll be doing basically streams back and forth. And the idea, the aim that I kind of decided last week was that I want to try and aim to do around 3 streams a week. And for that purpose, for that to work, I'm actually in the process of starting up a Discord channel to try and get you guys into my Discord channel so that it's easier for me to notify everyone when I'm about to go live on Twitch or YouTube, because I imagine it's kind of confusing because sometimes I stream on YouTube, sometimes I stream on Twitch, and this is obviously going to be Ralph right here. Okay, it doesn't work, you guys. I tried to trick the game to give me Rafu, but it's not working. But anyways, I was saying, I know it's you know, kind of confusing sometimes when I jump back and forth between the platforms, but I think now I more or less understand what kind of streams I want to do on which platform. So how many pulls have we done? This is like the 5th pull on this banner, and so far we did actually get quite a number of UR units already, but well, you know, it's cost 100 unit here, so I didn't imagine that it would be easy at all to get her, but it always still feels bad. Over here I did get a UR, but it's not even a unit, so Alright, so here in chat, looks like Luki is also pulling in JP, and he says he's got light stern from the polls. Well, congrats on that if you haven't had your light stern from before. He's one of the most commonly used units in Guild Battle, one of the best units around for sure. And I think you have a lot of fun with him, assuming you haven't already built him. Alright, so next up, I actually don't know if I want to use my paid vis, so for now, I think because I have quite a bit of free vis, I will start with the standard banners first. Let's do a single shot. Usually the single shot pulls are a waste of money, a waste of visual, but I don't know why. I guess in global I'm too used to the idea of doing the discounted pulls like this. So I tend to try my luck. And we're gonna do the 2% pull as well because I'm desperate. Like, if I can end the pulling for Raffle on that banner, I will be more than happy to take the risk. Now normally this banner is pretty bad, right? Because if you calculate the percentage chance... Oh, hang on for a moment. Sorry about that, I needed to shift my headset for a bit. Seemed kind of weird. Anyway, as I was saying, normally this banner is pretty bad in terms of the rates. But when, you know, you're desperate, I mean, 2% chance is still pretty good. It's still pretty decent. So I'm gonna try my luck here. By the way, how is the audio, guys? I kind of feel like there's something weird with the mic today. Not sure if it's coming true. I remember there was one video I recorded. There was a lot of buzzing in the sound of my voice in the video itself. So I'm not sure if that thing is happening again. And let's see here. So I think earlier someone asked if Hans Pals, you did not miss the pulls. I'm still in the middle of pulling for Rafu. Skyfire X says, LL, why is Rafu Guild Pull free step 1? Didn't know JP have changed their pricing. Yeah, since the last one, since Howlet, the new Howlet, they have changed the mechanism for the guild pulls. The first step is now free, and then I believe the next step is discounted as well. Not a bad pull. Yeah, the second step is discounted. And then the third step is the full price, 10 million. So they changed it a little bit in JP. Another thing they've changed is that they're more generous now as well. So as you guys know, we've always had some free tickets from login bonuses, right? On top of that, I'm not sure if we have it this time, but for some characters, they actually, on top of the login bonuses that you get with free tickets and everything, sometimes they also give you an additional free ticket once a day. I guess this time we don't get it for Rafu, but for Howlet we actually got like an extra ticket every day. But see, this is another thing that doesn't happen in Global. You can't do the 60p vis for 5 shots per day that you can in Rafu. Overall, I'm not too upset about that in Global because in the end, if you calculate everything, Global actually gives you, or rather the Global version actually gives you a lot more shots through a number of different mechanisms. So I'm not too upset about that, but I am kind of super upset about the fact that, in JP, when we want to buy it and play, it's only 2,000 free vis, but in Global it's 3,000. Let's see here. Calcito1 says, 2% is pretty decent. Sounds like copium. Yeah, it's copium indeed. The thing is, because partially it's because it feels like it's a lot harder to pull in JP for some reason. So I don't know. I just feel like, yeah, I have to admit it's definitely copium. But if there's any way for me to try and end my suffering early and save on all that visual, I feel like I want to take it. If you are being sensible, if you do your calculations beforehand, honestly, that banner is not really worth it. I know that much, but when you're desperate, that 2%, could be the last 2% you need, and that's what really gets me. Oh, here we go. Is Rafu already? It never works. Is it because I didn't do my jinx of telling the game that it's Rafu that I want? Let's see here. Where is these? Oops, the rates are over here. So this is the one thing I like to do to let the game know that, hey, I want Rafu. Actually, I wouldn't mind more Perrine shots as well, because I'm trying to build her. Uder Jadid says, maybe JP feels harder to pull due to you guys having VCs on the unit bearers. Yeah, I think that's definitely one reason. It's kind of screwed up, right? Can you imagine, like, you're trying to pull for the new unit, and then when you see a UR and you get all excited, and it turns out to be a UR vision card shot. That's the most horrible feeling ever. I got a cost 100 here, but oh boy, it's the opposite element of what we're looking for. Hey Stray Light, thanks for stopping by. Lukey says, got 2 off banner 100 costs in 5 pulls. Oh man, they are not built. Well, are you planning on building them? Because if you are, then that's not too bad. I'm not sure if you've done your, what do you call it, the tax returns special summon tickets already. Because I just did earlier today. That was actually the video I recorded earlier today. That will be probably be up tomorrow or the day after. Oh. and I got actually a bunch of units and vision cards from that. So I basically don't have any, or rather the only non-limited character that I'm missing is the new Howlet. I managed to pull Reagan and Ibarra, which were the last 2 units that I needed from the regular banner. Alright, finally a UR unit. Let's hope this is the one. Peroro says, not having UR vision cards is worse because you can't off-banner VCs you skipped. I don't know about that because, I mean, in Global, right? Even in Global, it feels like it's easy enough to get vision cards you skipped. So I wouldn't really worry about that. Unless, of course, if you're not using paid viz to do like the, 10 UR summons, right? 10 UR vision card summons, then maybe when you skip a vision card, it may seem really difficult to get. But if you are using those banners, usually it's not too bad. Let me just double check on how many Monk medals I have already, because I'm pulling on the free viz banners this time, so I want to make sure I don't overshot for some reason. It's probably still very early in the medal count, but I feel I haven't been keeping track, so whoa. Alright, so 8 more pulls. 8 more to go before we reach full PD. Okay, so I think I have enough paid viz to do 1 round of the paid viz 5-step banner. So I'll do that. It's a bit of a waste, to be honest, but yeah, but we have more chances to get you know what, I think we'll save that for the last 300 medals. For now, I think we have 5 more pulls to go for the standard banner. Pororo says, yeah, but someone is saying that it's harder to pull featured units because JP has URVCs on the banner. It doesn't affect in any way because the rate is still 0.4%. Okay, I see what you mean there. The rate doesn't change, but it feels harder because when you see a UR shard, there's the possibility that it's a vision card. I get what you mean. I totally get what you mean, but I don't know. Maybe it's a psychological thing, I guess. Wait a minute. Is this... Yeah, we got her! We did it, boys! I got confused there a little bit because when I see the green banner, I'm like, wait a minute. Is her, the association, is she always a green banner kind of character? So I didn't know for sure. But finally, we did get our Rafu without hitting PD, so I am more than thankful for that. Going to PD for Sephiroth and then Yuffie. Finally, it seems like my luck is finally turning around. I don't know if you guys can hear from my voice, but I'm actually super tired today, so not much energy. My voice is kind of screwed up as well, but oh my gosh. Just really thankful that we managed to get our Rafu before we hit PD, and without touching my paid viz as well. I'm in my last set of paid viz already, so as much as possible I really don't want to use my paid viz so that I can save them for all of the really cheap banners that you can take advantage of using paid viz. Let me just screenshot this, and we will go into the medal screen to redeem our shards for Rafu 100. I wish, just like in Global, I wish they would let us redeem up to 200. Skyfire X says, no, PD is always good. You are definitely right on that, my brother. Kitty Law said, noise. I can't wait to see her kit. Yep, that's exactly what we are going to do up next. But first, I think the companion unit is out already, so we can learn a lot from there, probably. Let's see here. Hans Pao says, woohoo, congrats, thank you so much. Part of the reason I was able to get her early is thanks to you, thanks to all of you in chat for giving me some luck and wishing me good luck. It definitely helps, for sure. And the companion unit is not out yet. I'm gonna just return to the main menu and jump back in just to check if it gets updated that way. Lukey says, congrats by the way, thank you so much. Kaiser says, 146 already, congrats. 146? What are you talking about? The medals? Kokintat says, pachi 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 pachi. Thank you for the applause. Hans Paul says, how's her kit like? Well, I haven't seen it yet, so we're about to go in and take a look on that. Ernest says, it probably is harder to pull a unit in JP Pity banner, because if there are VCs, then the unit pull rate might become 0.2%, since it is 50-50 to pull a unit on VC. Well, it says in the what do you call it, the rate chart, right, that the rate for Raph is still 0.4%, so I don't think it changes. It just feels harder to pull in JP just because there is a possibility of getting a vision card whenever you see a rainbow shard. So that's the only thing, but it's more like a psychological thing. It's not a real thing, because if you check the rates, they're supposed to be the same in JP and Global anyway. So it doesn't actually, it shouldn't actually affect the rates in any way. Javier Rodriguez says, kit review please. Yep, that's what we are going to do right now. Let's go in and take a look. Might as well unlock some stuff so that it's easier to read. Alright, let's go. Let's see her level 120 move first. Interesting. 3 turn. It's an Imperial for 3. Wait, this is a single target attack, 3 range. Range height 1. So to the enemy target, 3 turn Dark Elemental Resistance down, and then after that, do MAG base damage M to the unit. Wait a minute, that seems to be pretty weak. Unless the Dark Resist down effect is really huge. This is kind of weird for the level 120 skill to be kind of not that good. And then, so I know that she has re-raise, so we want to find where that re-raise is. So first of all, this is HP up, defense and hate up. This is an improvement to the passive. And then wow, this is the one. This is a really long text. Okay, so remember during the live stream, they told us about they shared with us one of her buffs, one of her self buffs is this thing that gives her a 3-hit general barrier, meaning it protects against physical and magic for 3 hits, right? Usually that is 50% cut damage, but we have to wait for WOTV calc for the exact numbers. And when you get to level 115, you can upgrade that skill to give you re-raise as well. And when you get re-raise, what happens is you will, for the next 3 turns after you get re-raise, you will get area AoE resistance up for 3 turns. And of course, this move by default also gives you a 3-turn light and dark elemental resistance when you apply the buff to begin with. That is pretty amazing. So that makes this a really OP level kind of skill for tank. Imagine on your turn 1 you apply onto Raph a 3-hit general barrier with light and dark elemental resistance up, and you also get re-raise, and then from that re-raise, after you get KO'd and you get re-raised, then for the next 3 turns you also get area of effect resistance, area resistance up. Kinda insane. And then of course the other buff that she had was the 50% HP. When your HP drops below 50%, you recover a bunch of HP. So the EX job upgrades, the first one is the thing I talked about, re-raise. It gets added to one of your buffs. And then the second thing is the passive that gives you hate up. Also gives you, I'm not sure if it's additional HP up or defense. We'll check that in just a bit. And then finally, at level 120, you have a new single target attack skill that doesn't seem to be that powerful, but it does reduce the dark elemental resistance on the target. Skyfire X says, yes, Dark Imperial single target, and re-raise is on her barrier skill. Are you seeing this from WOTV Count? Is it updated already? Because if it is, then we'll just go over there and check, since it's easier. And then what else she has? One of her passives is the one that gives her ability cast time reduction. So I hope this doesn't mean that all her main job skills require casting time. Kitty Law says, max HP limit thing up. I'm assuming I can read Chinese but not Japanese. Oh yeah, no, the thing I'm confused about, so I understand the meaning of the words. The thing is, I don't know what the skill originally is. So there we go. So originally, the normal version of the passive is HP limit up and hate up. So the upgraded version will add defense up, basically. And then for the exact number, we have to wait for WOTV Count, but usually it's 12 defense, if I'm not wrong. Let's see her main job skills. Seems like a lot of her magic skills, or rather a lot of her attack skills, are kinda not that strong because she's supposed to be a tank. So the fact that she has all these skills, all these really great attack skills, is kinda amazing on its own already. So this is the one that was talked about on the stream a lot. This is the AoE attack that it's written in kanji like this, but it's pronounced as all break. And it will reduce ATK, MAG, defense, and spirit on all targets. I'm kind of surprised this move doesn't get upgraded with EX jobs. So the one at the top, the highest level for the main job ability. Okay, so this one here, the last skill you get on the main job is the 3 hit barrier and the light and dark resistance. So this one we know about already. She has magic resist from Spell Blade. Skyfire X says, not WOTV Calc, other people's screenshot. Got it. Okay, so this is one of the sorceress skill. Not sorceress, scholar skills. This one does mag base damage M and 3 turned ATK down. And then I'll just go row by row, alright? Because I'm kind of confused about where each of the different things are at. This is the Scholar passive, defense and accuracy up. And then what's this? Okay, so this is the Scholar skill that reduces activation cast time for 3 turns, and also gives you CT up medium. Doesn't seem like she has a lot of things actually. This is Bio Blade from the Spell Blade class. Okay, so this one is the new thing, right? Wait, is this a main job thing? Okay, so this is from the sub-job version of her main job, the Dark Warrior of the Crystals. This skill here applies Doom to the target, and it also does mag base damage M. So a 4-turn Doom attack. It's an AoE 4-turn Doom attack with casting time of 120. You can use it 3 times, and interestingly, the range, the targeting range height is 2, and then the area height is 1. So this may be really useful. I'm guessing the Doom activation rate is probably 25%. So I'm not sure if this is something that we may potentially want to defend ourselves against using Doom Resistance 25. Probably not, because 4 turns is a long time. Dark Blade. And she has healing. She has an AoE healing. I think this is kind of like ancient healing from Halloween Lucia. It's more or less the same thing. Heals everyone in this range for medium, HP medium. Reaction ability. So when she's getting hit with a slash attack, there is a chance that the damage will be reduced. For some reason, this is only for slash attack, which means that the activation rate should be quite high. Kitty Doll says, subjob from main job, M damage chance to inflict Doom. It seems, yep, correct, that's correct. Zach says, Doom is a meme, 4 turns is more than necessary to end a match. I agree. Most of the time, it's not going to be something you want to use in PvP. Skyfire X says, her job 25 skill probably is the one buffed by reincarnation. That's why it looks a bit weaker right now. That's a very good point. Unfortunately, I don't think there's a way for us to... Oh, unless the... if the story companion unit is out, then we can see the reincarnation version of that skill. So that is the Doom skill. So the first skills that she gets unlocked with, the one on the left is the 50%. When your HP drops below 50%, you recover HP. So that is the thing, the buff we know about. And then the one on the right is a... This is really weird. So this is her low AP move. As you can see here, AP 15 only, and you have 6 casts. This one will do, the range is pretty short, but this one will do mag-based damage, MAG-based damage S, and for 3 turns, Raphu's healing ability will be increased. Healing ability up, basically. So she has jump +1 and agility up for a passive. Most of the time, I think you will use this one, the hate arm passive, and probably defense and accuracy up. But I guess if you need jump +1 for some reason, then you will equip this thing here. Alternatively, you can equip magic resistance and light resistance up. Or if you want cast time activation down, or cast time activation reduction. And I think those are the only green passives she has. I don't think I've missed any one of them. Yep, that seems to be pretty much it for the green passives. For the reaction ability, what is this called? Counter logos. When you are being attacked, you have a chance to do a counter attack. Pretty straightforward. 2 range counter attack. And then I guess they didn't try and give her too powerful a reaction ability. Magic Guard. I think this is the one you want to have at all times. When you're getting hit with a magic attack, you have a chance to reduce damage. Wait a minute. So basically you have to choose between reducing damage on magic attacks or slash attacks. Which is which means that the activation rate is quite high, but I don't feel good about these kinds of reaction abilities that protect only against a single type of damage. So maybe you go with this, but I mean she's a tank, so you don't really care about damage that much. Yeah, it seems like she only has these 3 reaction abilities, so she's kind of a little weak on the reaction side of things. Let's read chat. Kokintat asks, what are her resistances? Alright, let's take a look. Can definitely get some hints on how Raph is supposed to be played. So for the attack type resistances, seems like she has everything except for PS resistance, which is -5%. So for the most part, I really like that she is resistant against strike damage. This is really nice to see, especially since strike teams are everywhere right now in JP. And also Sephiroth is weak against strike attack, so this improves the coverage for sure. And then for the status ailments, this is paralyzed 50%. What is this? Confusion, resistance 50%, and is this slow? I'm not too sure what this is. I think this is slow, right? Slow resistance 10%. Kitty Law says SQR, MR tier or lower only. Need to see the stats. Resistances to determine things, I guess. Kaiser says Spell Blade reaction is all mag base. Her own reaction is just like slash type. Oh, I see. Okay, I didn't know about that. And Caesar says the importance of reaction is questionable nowadays as the enemy will try to deactivate it. Well, it depends on the build. I think there are still a lot of teams out there that do not have a lot of reaction block. So it really depends. Definitely more and more teams have higher rates of reaction block, but I don't know. It depends on the team. Let's see. So the most important thing is the number on this hate up, right? Because I believe the developer said that she has more initial hate than some of the other tanks. So we're gonna try and unlock this and find out what the exact number is. And I think that's about it. The attack skills are pretty not that special, I guess. So basically the all break is going to be the bread and butter for sure. How many casts? So we only have 3 casts of that and it's AP 37. So I wonder as well how much of her starting AP she gets. Probably it's something like 50%, right? Okay, so this is another one of the main ability skills that I missed out on earlier. It removes Shell and Courage before doing MAG base damage M. So this one is pretty good, but it's a single target attack. Removal of Shell and Courage. This is pretty nice, I like this. And I like that because it's shell removal, so this means that they will use this skill if the opponent has shell. Wait, actually does it? I guess it depends on how much damage reduction that particular version of shell gives you. But because I think she has... Does she have any moves that are damage L? So this here is a 2-hit move that does damage M. So whenever there's a multi-hit move that is the same amount of damage than some other move, that means that the one that doesn't do multi-hit will do slightly more damage. So this move will come out more often as long as the enemy is in range. This is another one of the... No, this is the attract spell from Runeblade, so we know about that already. It's one of the default skills on Runeblade, Spell Blade. This is the level 12 skill from Scholar, which is the law of geo-absorption or whatever absorption. Was this covered on the live stream? This is a move that... Okay, so this is a Scholar move. A Scholar move that buffs your defense up and defense debuff resistance. And I think that is pretty much it. Did I miss any skills that I didn't click on? She should have 2 sub-job skills, right? This is the one for Doom, and then this is the other one, which is... Oh no, the healing is on the sub-job, unfortunately. So if you want to heal, you have to equip the sub-job version of her main job. I don't think Spell Blade or Scholar comes with healing abilities, right? Does anybody know? Kitty Law says, what is her base agility on the summoning screen stats? Let's go and take a look at that right now. Kaiser says, get your trusty Trustons. Okay, I'll do that later. I'm not too sure what you mean by that. Okay, so the default is 53 on the summoning screen. And if we compare that to New Howlet... Oh wait, New Howlet is gone already. Never mind that. I thought you could still summon him. Let's compare her to Bale. Never mind. Hariki Lewis says, depends on the luck. I play with Dark versus Dark. My Sephiroth got Reflex and counter attack on the same time, even with his card and 20 reaction block on Trust. Yeah, I know what you mean. It's actually the reason why a lot of people in Visipur for the longest time did not run reaction block rate 20 on their Trust Stones. Let's go and take a look. Connorman says, how about her TMR? Is it good? No, it's kind of horrible. The skill is pretty bad. The stats on the TMR is decent, I guess. It has 3 points of agility. But for the most part, I don't think people will be using that TMR. Unfortunately, her companion unit is not out yet, so we'll go back into the what do you call it? The ability board for Ralfu. Here we go. Let's try and level her up a bit. Kotkin Tut says, the devs also said that she gets hate on her master ability. Yeah, we know about that already because prior to today, yesterday they already announced her master ability. So she has 5 on her master ability. And I think I can check from here anyway. So, oops, sorry about that. Oh yeah, I can't check because I haven't unlocked it. But yeah, it's on the noticer screen, so I can go and take a look at that if you want. But I'm pretty sure it's 5 hate up on master ability. For the exact number, we're gonna try and check that out after I finish doing some leveling. Kitty Law says, hate from master ability. And Kaiser replies, yes, hate from MA and passive. Basically snow. Basically the same thing as snow. Yep, and on top of that, if you really need more hate for some reason, you can always equip Spell Blade subjob to equip Attract Spell. Which is pretty good because it has 3 casts as opposed to only 2 casts on Paladin. Where's my Dark team at? Okay, here we go. Who do we take out? I guess the MILF Helena is no longer someone who you really want to play with anymore, right? Wait, when is she getting her dream ability, Transcendence? Feels like, you know, she's getting shafted right now by all the young units. Probably want to increase her proficiency with a weapon. So I'll equip a random weapon. And she's gonna be a tank. So I want to put... who do I put her on? I think I start with... probably this guy here, right? Wait, what do we usually fight against right now? Slash, attack, and yeah, maybe this guy here. You know what? I want her to do damage, so I'm gonna start with Ochu, and let's change up my espers and let them grind a bit of resonance while they do their stuff. Don't need them to be this strong. Alright, let's head into the Master Ability quest. Kitty Law says, I hope the Transcendent thing will make her more attractive. But now I'm on the fence. So, okay, first of all, looking at the ability board, I do not feel like she's weak at all. Right? Because after all, she's supposed to be a tank, and for tanks, it's really all about the stats and all about her, you know, protection abilities. And from what I've seen, I mean, come on, she's a tank with a 3-hit barrier, with re-raise, with... What else does she have? She has light and dark resistance. She has area resistance for 3 turns after getting revived. Come on, there's so many good stuff about her. And then for her attacks, on top of that, she can do some damage, and she can, you know, support the other attackers like Sephiroth. I feel like she's really, really good. The only thing we don't know about is how durable she is, right? So for that, we need to see the full build. Like, you know, if we put like a proper build together, like what is the defense? How does the defense look like? How does the spirit look like? And how much HP she has? There we go, the hate up is +5. Oh, this is Master Ability, so we knew about that already. And she has AoE resistance on Master Ability as well, +5. So there we go, that seems to be pretty tanky, I would say. Now, fortunately, Dark is one of my better elements, so I can straight away put together like a meta build, I guess, unless we need Halloween Lucia, who unfortunately I did not have on JP because I was dumb at the time, and I didn't realize how incredible Halloween Lucia is at the point in JP. Haruki Louis says they need to put QOL on the Awaken All. Yeah, that would definitely help in you know, getting units unlocked quicker. It gets tiring sometimes when you have to click so much stuff. Let's go and get all our shots and get her as high as possible, so that we can start doing some tests before the companion unit even comes out. By the way, if anyone's you know, paying attention to WOTV Calc, when it gets updated, please definitely let me know and we'll take a look together. I think I still haven't traded in my my, what do you call it, my soul stars for her charts. And you know what, I actually forgot to do a lot of things. Let me go and set up the barracks and everything first. Crap, I forgot to sell my guild turtles. So who do I take out? Okay, this is a bit of a dilemma. I think probably her, because I probably have enough shards by now. You know what, I think I will put her in later because 1.5 hours away from the next shard. So a bit of an announcement. As you can see, I just joined a guild. So starting from tomorrow, I will be playing in the rank number 3 guild. Well, they were previously rank number 2, but I guess they lost today and dropped 1 tier. So I'm here to help the number 3 guild get back to number 2. At one point they did hold the number 1 position for like 1 or 2 weeks as well. So I know that with our members we can definitely get there. So what do I want to do? Oh yeah, the Chocobo Expedition. And I want to start doing my Heart Quest and the Whimsy Shop. Wait, did I trigger a Whimsy Shop earlier? No, I did not. FF6 collab is over. I kind of regret not spending more time clearing the FF6 quest. Mostly because I was lazy, but also because I didn't have that much time. Alright. Alright, let's read some chat here. Kitty Law says, I guess Siren is fine for Ralphu? What do we want Siren on her for? Is there a reason? Are you concerned about the activation time for the spells? Luku says, I saw BRH on the patch note somewhere. Yeah, it's she's probably getting her Master Ability 2 or Transcendence later this month. I think I remember seeing something like that as well. It's in the producer letter that just came out a few hours ago. Just to quickly check that real quick. Okay, so it's the Transcendence. It's coming out next week for Black Rose Helena. Oh, great. Still lasts until the end of the day. Fantasize Care says, oh, she starts with hate on her master ability. Okay, I thought that she gets it from an ability improvement too. And Kitty Law replied to that, not up. Character quest gives 40 Ralphu shards from mission reward. Or is that a global exclusive thing? Okay, so the 40 shards from mission reward is only for collab characters. And it is, I think it's a global exclusive thing. I don't think the JP version actually gets that, for even for collab characters. But basically, if it's not a collab character, if it's like a if it's a unit that you can get shards from in hard quests, when you clear the master ability quest, you only get 15 shards. There we go. So one thing I want to start doing is farming the, or rather triggering the Whimsy shop so that I can start buying some shards. Like in JP, it's almost, it's pretty much a necessity to trigger a bunch of Whimsy to buy shards. Now the problem is I already used up all of my oh crap, I should have planned this better. So I can't really do anything right now because I use it all to get my Truststone shards to the maximum allowed for last month. And so I'm kind of screwed right now unless I want to pay 50 visual to you know what, let's do that. I mean, it's a necessary expense, right? The thing is, I would actually have to pay 100 visual just to trigger with Z-Shop because a single refresh is actually not enough to trigger the Whimsy, so I guess I hold on to that. And I can't even do the hard quest, so I'm kind of stuck right now. And let's see if the companion unit is finally up. I guess I shouldn't have been so ham with the unit earlier. Okay, Kitty Law says, no, I prefer Raychaz. What's wrong with June? June is fantastic. Like, don't you like the, I don't know, there's like this gap between her personality and her looks. I believe we get yeah, a total of 120 shards here, just like with global, but they arrange the shards differently. In any case, we should have enough here for... nope, I guess we don't. I think I am about 100 shards short from reaching level 99. If they allowed us to redeem for more shards from the summon medals, I would probably be able to reach 99 by today. So for now, I just have to, I guess I can use the standard shop to buy. But I would much rather buy using paid vis, because that is easier to fill up. This is still free, right? Yeah. So I actually need to buy as many Perrine shards as I can during this period. Oh, I can still buy here. 120, 200. Let me go in and check how many shards I have after the Soul Star exchange. Exia says they love her green hair. Yeah, I really like Jum as a character as well. I mean, like, she looks, I don't know. I think she's really pretty, but at the same time, I mean, her personality is kind of screwed up, and that is, you know, what's fun about her. Like, she's super strict, and yet, you know, she is, I don't know, I just find her to be really interesting. What was it that Kitty Law said earlier? Cast time reduction and slash resistance? What are you talking about? So now we're just waiting for the companion unit to come up, because there is no other way for me to check what her transcendent skill upgrades are. I guess if I buy... No, even if I buy shards, I am like 40 away from reaching level 99, and then even then, the most I can get to is level 115 today. So I guess we'll do some tasks with her. We can go into a stage and see how much of how much hate she gets from the passive. I don't have any JP, which is fine. I can just assign some to her from over here. Okay, that's a bit too much. I just want to give her enough to unlock all the skills, and then I do want to make sure that I can max the hate up passive, and then other than that, I don't really care about the rest. But so far, my first impression is that she seems really great, and the only question that remains is how tanky she'll actually be. Just want to make sure I upgrade the skill first before I do anything else. Hate up. Ryan just invented a new word, Jumdere. That is a fantastic invention. I feel like it needs to go into the Oxford Dictionary at some point. Jumdere. And it works in English and it works in Japanese as well. It should be accepted as a word in all languages. Kitty Law says she's too cold-hearted. Siren Esper for slash resistance and cast time. Ah, I see. Well, the thing is, I want her to have defense up, and so I want her to have the 15 defense as well. So I usually will pick a Esper with 15 defense or 15 superior, unless it's Demon Wall, because elemental resistance is absolute. You can't penetrate elemental resistance. So if I don't give her an Esper that has like defense plus 15, then I will want her to have an Esper that can protect against multiple elements. Which I think there's only like 1 or 2 out there that can do this. I think Ochu is one of them, if I'm not wrong. I'm not too sure about that. Or maybe it was Ariman. Alright, so we have almost all of our skills unlocked. We're just a little bit away. I'm sure someone in my guild would have already gotten her to like level 120 by now. Some guys in JP are like super fast when it comes to these things. So I want her to have this for sure. And then the other passive is going to be... See, the thing is, I want the speed up, I want the agility up. But let's go and upgrade. Oh, she has ran out of JP, so I need to give her more JP before she can upgrade any more abilities. Kitty Law says, who is more tanky, Dialdo or Raph? See, that's the thing. We need to test that. We can't really tell right now without testing. But I kind of feel like maybe Dialdo is more tanky. But who knows, right? Oops. Kitty Law says Ochu 15 defense, then there is G, Ariman, and Warmac. Who's Warmac? And Golem, if that even matters. Oh gosh, I don't really, the only time I use Golem as an Esper is when I want to counter against, when I want to do a 100% Earth Resistance build. That's the only time I use Golem Esper now. So let's go and increase all of her passes. Except for this one. This one I don't think we'll use, but this one for sure we want it to be max. This one as well, because it's speed up. So if we look at the passives, if we equip the Scholar one that gives her more defense, that's an additional 12 defense up. And then if we equip, wait a minute, then how much is this? So by default she comes with 12 defense, and then okay, so basically I need to upgrade this move here, right? This passive here. Yeah, right now my passive does not have defense. The main passive doesn't have defense because she's not in EX jobs yet. And then for speed, if I want her to have more speed, 61 with it on, with it off it's 55. So agility plus 6, it seems like, with this passive here. I don't feel like she needs that extra agility, so most of the time I think it's just going to be defense and accuracy up, and then the main passive. And then reaction, we usually use, I guess we usually use this one because slash is the most common attack type in the game. Axia asked, have you seen the FF16 gameplay video? I saw a part of it. I saw the Esper fights, which looks really cool. Now, the only problem is I need to get a PS5 if I want to play FF16, and I'm not sure if I want to do that. I think I'll wait for the PC version when it eventually gets released. Kitty Doll says Death Machine also has that 15 defense, so yeah, that's potentially a good Asper for her as well. Does anybody does anybody know what else is released with this patch? Is there anything new that we can check out? Because if not, I think we're just waiting for the companion unit. And I guess we'll go into a fight and see how much hate she gets. It should be +8, I'm guessing, from the passive itself. So we know the Master Ability gives +5. Cockintut says, last week for JP Dream Upgrade have a lot of FFBE units. Maybe a new FFBE unit is coming. That could be possible for sure, because usually March or April is one of the months where, because you know, global version of War Divisions is having like its celebration, and of course right now it's the 7.5 anniversary of FFBE as well. So sometime within the next 30 days, usually they will do something with FFBE. So that's not at all surprising. See, Rafu has hate 10. Okay, so the passive only gives 5 hate. Unless with EX jobs, when you upgrade it with EX jobs, maybe she gets a little more, but most likely it's just 10 hate. Which means that she can take 5 attacks before she runs out of hate. So, I kind of almost want to put a bow tie on her, to be honest. Just so that she has a little bit more hate. I think right now I have her main job equipped as the sub job. So she doesn't really have anything that she can use. Her limit burst is fantastic as well. What a great move. It's basically the same as Flag Bearer Glaciala, but it's really a something that we really need more of in the game. Kitty Law says, hopefully it's 12. Unfortunately, it seems like that's not the case. It's only up to 10. God Slayer says, my wild guess is JP will get AK Star the same time that Global gets healed. I don't know who AK Star is, so unfortunately I can't comment on that. Kitty Law says, or rather Kitty Law asks, so her kit is like 3 range but with diamond AoE? For the most part, yeah, so the thing with tanks, right, is that 3 range moves are generally great for them, because that way you can turn off all the far range moves and have your tank be focused on buffing him or herself before engaging the enemy. So that's actually a good thing. The only problem is it may be, so the thing is, obviously if you turn on all the AoE moves, right, then there's a higher chance that Rafu will start engaging the enemy at an earlier state in the match, and she may not actually be casting all the buffs that you want her to cast on herself. So it will depend on the map for sure, because some maps are so small that if you don't turn off your AoE attacks, you won't be able to cast an additional buff. So there will be times when you want to turn off the all break, the bread and butter move, this thing here, just because, you know, it reaches too far out. And for that reason, I guess it's because of that, most of her single target moves are range 3, which is the perfect range for tanks for the most part. Because any further than that, then you know it could potentially lead to a situation where you really want her to be casting buffs on herself, but instead she's attacking. Also, the other thing is, if you look at attract spell, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. So attract spell is kind of the same range as the diamond AoE attacks, and this is good for a couple of things because this means that most of the time she will use her AoE attacks, right? So if you want her to generate hate, if you want her to focus on that, then really the only way that can work is if you turn off the AoE attacks. If you have the limit burst, if you have the AoE attacks turned on, because the damage is so much higher here, she will never actually use attract spell. So you need to turn them off and leave attract spell on, and then the rest of your short range skills you can leave them on as well. But if you don't turn them off, then she will not actually get hate up. So I guess the message from the developers is kind of like, you really need to decide how you want to play her. You want her to be more of an attacker, then you leave all these skills on. If you want her to focus more on tanking and, you know, on healing the teammates and all of that stuff, then you have to turn off all these AoE attack skills and rely on her close range attacks. Yeah. So I think she's kind of a straightforward character. I mean, what they reveal on stream is, you know, mostly the things that we need to know already. Now, she does have a guaranteed hit. I believe it's the removal skill, right? They said that she has a guaranteed hit skill somewhere, but I don't know which one it is. Did we cover that already? Did we already talk about her guaranteed hit move? Kitty Law says, does this patch have Raphu's maze? I want to have a look at it if it's available. Yeah, we can take a look at that, but I can tell you what the passives are. The generic passive, the universal passive they already said on the stream, is healing ability up. And then for arithmetician, for a few jobs, arithmetician and some other stuff, right? If your character has that as a main job, then you also get AoE resistance up as well as magic attack penetration up. Magic attack resistance penetration up. Skyfire X says, yeah, it's out. Probably reincarnation. What is out? WOTV Calc is out, or the companion unit is out? Kitty Law asks, what element is X-Star in FFBE? And Cockintart says, mostly ice. So I'm guessing WOTV Calc is updated because Skyfire says something is out. Let me double check that on WOTV Calc. And I'll switch my screen here for you guys as well. Nope, seems like WOTV Calc is not updated yet. So, Skyfire X says, no, the Raphu's maze. Oh, okay. What about that maze then? I guess I can go and just like grab a copy if you want me to. But the thing is, I just have enough stamina to run do one run of the quest. Oh, I can't. I forgot. I can't actually do the quest because I haven't finished another story chapter 2. So I have to come over to Malti to get my to leech for recipes. I think this is the one, right? Okay, never mind. Just double check this is the correct quest. Yep, this is the one. I can tell from the very Chunibyo type of name attached to the weapon. I think on the stream they taught us how it's supposed to be pronounced, but I kind of forgot it already. So yeah, the Ralph Maze, the default universal trait, universal passive is healing ability up. And then for Laifu and some other classes, you get AoE resistance up and magic attack resistance penetration up. What else does this patch have? Like, is there anything new, anything else that's new in this patch? There's no new characters that have Master Ability 2 or what's the other thing? Transcendence, right? And then there's no new quests. I guess the only thing new is April's Fool quest, which I plan on doing, you know, as a video because I want to just archive this for people to watch, the April Fool's quest, because I feel like in the past I didn't record those videos and I regret it because they'll never ever come back. And so I feel like, you know, we've missed out forever on Nasha's Valentine quest and last year's recruitment, April Fool's quest and all that good stuff. I wish they, you know, put it back into the game, like give people some way to play those quests. Because it was actually pretty fun. Kitty Law says, I wonder what the new SR unit is going to be. What are you talking about? The new SR unit is Balo. It was never supposed to be a new UR unit. It's just supposed to be the April Fool's unit. Ryan says, is she supposed to be good with max faith? I would think so, because I actually have no idea. See, that's the problem with okay, so for Salas, right, the reason we put max faith on Salas is because that way her reaction ability activates more often. But for Laifu, I'm actually not sure. I have to wait until I fully level her to determine if she's better with more faith or with a lower faith. But for now, later on when I put her in Barracks, I think I'll start by making her faith 97. And then if we find out later that she's actually better with a lower faith, then at that point I will decide to lower her faith accordingly. Did we get a copy in the last round? Nope. Kitty Law says, OMG, what a joke, Gumi. Yeah, sometimes their sense of humor is hella weird. But I mean, I did get a good chuckle. I did get a good laugh out of the April Fool's event this year because it's playing on the theme of Isekai, like, you know, the theme of being transported to an alternate universe. So I find it really funny that there is actually a person called Imano Balo a Japanese person called Imano Balo that gets transported into the body of Balo in War Divisions. Ryan says, you'll have to choose between high damage or tanking for Laifu. Yeah, I think you're absolutely right on that. They did say during the stream that one of the key things with Laifu is that she's highly customizable. You can make her, you can put stuff on her to give her more defense, or you can put stuff on her to give her more resistances. And of course, naturally, you can build her out to be more of a damage dealer or more of a tank. I really like that kind of aspect to the character because it feels like you can use her in many different ways, and that means that there's more flexibility in your team builds as well. So I really look forward to testing her out in 1 or 2 days time after I've managed to acquire all of the shards that's needed to get her to level 140. Even if I don't rush her, I'm sure somebody in my guild will do so. There are like some really fanatic people who, let's just say they are really fast in getting their characters to level 140. So the thing is, I didn't really check for their permission on whether or not I can go into the guild battle screen to see if anybody has updated their defense for their offense and defense teams for the new map that just came out in JP. So I'm a little bit wary about showing the guild battle screen. I probably shouldn't. But what I can do is I can go in and sneak a peek and let you guys know how it is. And then we can maybe do some mock battles if they've put something up. Did we get a recipe this time? Wait, what? Come on. Is this the... I don't think this is the Brutal version. Let's try in our room. You know what? Let's search from here. Wait a minute. That was the Brutal version of the room. And yeah, I didn't get a freaking recipe. Hariki Lewis says, who's this boss? Are they a kind of a new Asper? I wasn't really paying attention to the screen. Was there a new boss enemy in this quest? Was there a new enemy? Or maybe it's from another story, later seen in chapter 2 of another story. Kitty Law says, oh, does the Greater Demon Asper come out today or one more week? One more week. It comes out next week. We don't get the Asper and Vision card right away. They did say that later this month there will be another broadcast, probably the bigger one, a bigger one with Hirono in attendance. We call that the Kokue Hoso, and it's kind of signifies that there is going to be some kind of announcement for 3.5 anniversary and possibly some kind of collab before the 3.5 anniversary. The funny thing is that the 3.5 anniversary actually takes place in the middle of May. So usually if they were to do a big broadcast, it would have been sometime in early May. But I guess because early May is Golden Week, so I guess they'll do it on the last week of April. Kitty Law says, not gonna spoil. Spoil what? The boss? The boss of what? Another story? So I think right after this, as soon as we can get a recipe, I'm gonna try and see what the weapon gives us at +5, and then I'm gonna go in and check up on Guild Battle, see if anybody has made anything yet with Raph or otherwise, and then I'll check up on whether or not the companion unit has been updated as well. And then other than that, I don't really think there's very much else we can do right now because there wasn't that much new content added this week, if I'm not wrong. And part of it is my own fault because I didn't actually finish another story. So I can't even access this, the weapon quest to begin with. I have to go into multi to try and reach a copy of the recipe from somebody else. Probably in a few days time, I'm gonna do another live stream. This time will be on Twitch because it's going to be something that I'm not going to archive, but basically it will be more of a mock battle kind of thing where I'll build a bunch of different teams and we're gonna see what are the matchups like, how good is each team on the new map. And it's something that, like I said, I don't want to archive because I don't want too many people to know what are the good teams on the new map. So I don't know, if you guys want to watch me build some teams in JP, maybe I'll leave it up as an archive on Twitch for a day or something, but I'm definitely not going to put that up on YouTube. Right, just to give the the people on Twitch, the people who watch me on Twitch, something to watch that is different from my YouTube stuff. And then later on, in the middle of April, once the map is once we start going into limited guild battle, that's when I think it will be safe for me to showcase what the best teams on the map are. Whoa! Straight away I get 4 copies of the recipe. That's kind of crazy. Alright, so I'm gonna leave the room so that we can go and take a look at the weapon. Obtained. Wait, is there no easy way to... Mace. There we go. Alright, so this is what we get. So as you can see, healing ability up 15. And the passive is 20 magic attack resistance penetration up. Or magic attack resistance penetration up 20 and area resistance up 8. Just like what they told us. And the 4 jobs that benefit from this, it has to be the main job, are Cleric, Arithmetician, Queen Marshari's main job, and Raphu's main job. So this is a really great upgrade for Queen Marshari as well, I think. Because usually, a lot of times you want Queen Marshari to, or rather you want to put a bow tie with Queen Marshari, so she actually tanks quite a bit. Okay. Now we're gonna look at the companion unit. Hopefully it's updated by now. Really late, why does it take them so long to upload the freaking units? Gonna return to the title screen and go back to the story screen, just in case doing this will refresh the companion unit. Also, I'm kind of disappointed that in the global version we didn't get the 3rd anniversary background music. If you guys remember, if you watch my streams and videos 4 months ago during the JP 3rd anniversary, you might notice that the audio coming out from War of the Visions is actually a little bit different. It's actually quite a bit different. They came up with this celebratory background music that was being played in the JP version during 3rd anniversary that for some reason we didn't get in the global version of the game. So I'm pretty pissed about that because I really love that piece of music. And I was looking forward to listening to it again on global. Alright, let's see the companion. It's not here yet. Okay, so we'll go into guild battle, I guess. I think I better hide this part first because I don't want them to get... I don't want my new guild to get angry at me. So just gonna switch to my BRB screen for real quick while I go in to take a sneak peek. And then if there's anything interesting I can... Let's see here. So on offense, there doesn't seem to be any ruffles yet. Although I see a lot of other interesting things. And then on defense, maybe somebody has put up something for us to play with. Still loading. Nope, seems like everybody is still on yesterday's defense setting. Well, you know what? Since we are here in the guild, so I can't show you the the teams that are supposed to be hidden from view, but what I think I can show you. Whoops. What I can show you is the result screen, because that's public information, so it's not something we have to hide. Loading's taking quite a bit of time. Alright, so as you can see, this team, something that I'm looking forward to try. I saw this composition in the guild chat just earlier today, actually. Might be really good. The issue though is okay, so another thing is this guild is not that good, so when that happens, really you can use just about any kind of offense team and still win, so I would probably have to look at the results of other days as well. There we go. Ice team with Ice Swordsman and Riesel Green team. You don't have to run Riesel, but she's one of the better attacker skill. So it seems like maybe this team is not that consistent, maybe. But then so is the other form of evade. And then we have our strike teams as usual, our lightning team as well, earth team. Let's see what crashed today. Strike team. Interesting. Earth is doing okay, I guess. Alright, let's see results against a decent opponent. A good opponent. So in GP, the skill levels, or rather the power levels of like the guilds, right? I think like the top 4 guilds are like in a class of their own, and then after that, the next 3 or 4 guilds are about the same level. So I used to be in the number 7 guild, and I know we always struggle fighting against the top 4 guilds. So there you go, strike team is still incredible, and it can do well versus light, apparently. Well, not apparently, I know that, you know, it happens like that most of the time. It depends on how you build your strike team though. Water is okay, although is it because there are fire teams? It's really rare to see a water team succeed. A lot of times people's water teams just crash against their opponent. Lots of strike. So probably next week, after I've had time to mock on the new map, gonna show some gameplay featuring a lot of the meta teams. But before that, I want to put out some global content first. Alright, let's do one final check to see if companion unit is out. If not, I think this will be the end of the stream. Have actually been streaming for almost 2 hours, right? I started at 11 PM my time. Yeah, almost 2 hours. Unfortunately, there's just not too much new content this time around. Even for my arena, I have been ignoring that for quite a bit. I haven't started climbing, so Nothing I can show on this front as well. And I'm pretty sure nobody has Laifu in Arena yet, because that usually takes a bit of time to get to level 140, even for the people who want to rush on day 1. And so that means the only thing left that we can do is, are there any new quests this time? I don't think so, right? Except for the April Fool's thing, which I'm saving for a video anyway. A bunch of stuff has been added to the archives, but that's for the future anyway. Alright, I think I'm just gonna finish reading the rest of the chat here and then call it a night here, because it seems I have to wait a really long time before they will actually update the companion unit, and without that, we simply cannot check out, you know, more detailed stats about Laifu in detail. I guess I can go on Twitter, but I'm pretty sure there won't be that much to talk about over there as well. Kitty Law says, so the maze does not benefit Kododama because they don't do healing? What do you mean by that? What do you mean does not benefit Kododama? In the first place, Kododama users, are they maze users? I'm not too sure about that, but Kitty Law says WOTV still not updated. Right. So I guess, yeah, there's really not much we can do right now because the companion unit isn't out as well. Because if it is, then at least we can do some more in-depth testing. But for now, really, yeah, there's not that much content, and I mean, even for my guild, nobody has any new teams that we can play with, and we are basically just going to, I guess one thing I can do is run some mock battles on the new map, but it won't be anything interesting because I'll just be basically taking my old teams from the last map and seeing how they do on the new map, and it won't be optimized and it's not going to be that interesting to watch. Law says just look at Summer Kitun or more. Yeah. Okay, so I guess they would benefit from that, but unfortunately, if their main job is what's Summer Kitun's main job? Moore's main job is I don't remember anymore. Moore's main job is oh, Kododama wielder. Okay. And yeah, I don't know why. I guess they just didn't want to give Kododama wielder some additional buff. It would potentially make them a lot stronger, but I don't know. I guess they didn't feel that it was necessary to give them all that stuff. And yeah, right now there's nothing I can do except see, the thing is I want to do some quests to try to speed up my leveling for Laifu, but I'm completely out of energy for today. Is there anything I can pull? Only thing is the April Fool's thing, which I am going to save for a video. And oh, this is interesting. Oh, yeah, I can get a bunch of shards. Starlight Analyze shards this way. But I think I'm going to do this later, just in case there's something else I need shards for. A little bit of a pity that it does not come with scrolls, but I have way too many scrolls and not enough Mind Spears to begin with. So I'm just gonna wait a few more minutes to see if the companion unit shows up right at the stroke of right now it's almost 1 AM in my time zone and it's almost 2 AM in Japan. So if it shows up at 2 a.m. in Japan, then maybe we'll take a closer look at Rafu's reincarnated stats and units. Stats and properties. 360 medals left. What do I get? I guess I can get some blossoms, which I don't really need, but... Oh, I need some awakening stuff for sure, so maybe I'll buy that. Kilo says, yep, 1 a.m. here too. I'm tired, lol. Yeah, me too. Actually, I was way more tired earlier, but speaking with you guys kind of energized me. So I actually don't feel sleepy anymore. Now since I have the... Gonna add... Okay, she's not here, surprisingly. Oh, there we go. I wonder if there's some rationale, you know, in terms of what units are put on which pages. So anyways, Kitty Doll says, well, we'll just have to sleep for the night and wait, at least for me. Is it 2 a.m. now? Gonna just do this quest real quick, and I need to do type chain 2. So that means I have to change this to water. Yeah, it's kind of weird that they don't have the companion unit out right away. Sometimes it happens that way. Maybe it's because it's a Saturday right now in Japan. And I believe that if it happens on a weekday, it's more likely that they will have the companion unit out sooner. But definitely in a couple of days time, I want to do like a extended mock battle live stream where we get to, you know, see a bunch of various Rafus in action. I think that would be really fun, because Rafu is like such a customizable character, right? So she can be good as a tank or she can be good as an attacker. And I think it might be interesting to showcase both sides of her through different teams. Also, I'm pretty sure Pechon-san is going to do his regular thing with Sketa-san and upload a video, and I think I will do a translation of that once he puts that up. I kind of wonder how Sketa-san will choose to build his Rafu as well, because he sometimes make like these outlandish builds, but recently most of the builds I've seen him run in Guild Battle have been more stable than funky, so who knows. Alright, so I'm gonna do the final check to see if the companion unit has been updated. Because of what the devs have done, you know, all the early excitement for Rafu is kind of not here right now, because we don't really get to see a lot of her. There we go. just going to go back to the main menu and load back into the game just in case that changes something. So if that's not happening, if the companion unit still doesn't come out, I think maybe we have to wait until 5 a.m. JP time before it finally gets refreshed. I don't think I've ever seen a situation where it gets refreshed that late, but hey, there's always a first for everything, right? I missed Zay's message earlier, but Zay said, well, I managed to do a couple of reincarnations on Emlanist now, so I'm just waiting for status with the FF6 rerun. I see. So you're a water specialist, aren't you? There's Zay, if I pronounce your name correctly. Alright, so it's not out yet, so I think that's going to be it for the stream tonight. Let's see if WOTV Calc updates in the next few hours. If not, then the moment that I have more information on Raph, I'll, I don't know, make a video or something and let you guys, you know, when you wake up tomorrow morning, maybe you'll be able to get more information about our waifu, Raph. Okay, that's not really that funny. I think I was trying to make a pun about the, you know, Raph being a waifu thing, but it just kind of falls flat. Dai says, yeah, I have a super endgame water grade in GB. Ah, yeah, you're the guy who told me about the water team before. That you play water team in World of Visions because of Grand Blue Fantasy, right? Dai says, dropped a little bit to invest into water here. Right. Well, I hope you're enjoying the time in World of Visions, because for me, the PvP aspects of the game is really a lot of fun. There's a lot to figure out, and it's always fun to experiment and try out new builds in the game as well. But for now, this is going to be it for me. There's just not that much content right now to run through and, you know, check out with you guys here. So just gonna go and take a break, go get some sleep, and then tomorrow, once there's more things we can do, once I've got my Raph to you know, a more higher level, we'll you know, I'll probably make a video again once my Raph is operational to showcase some of the cooler aspects of her. For now, I'm just gonna leave you guys with her home screen animation and stuff. What the heck is that? Okay. So is there like a different animation that she can do on the home screen? So there's like two ways to activate the animation. One is like a single tap, and I think another one is a double tap. Zay says, have a good night though. Thank you so much for your well wishes. Javia says, thank you for the stream, I suppose. Thank you for dropping by and watching with me. Alright, so it seems like Raph is too shy. And I just realized I didn't turn on voices, so that's probably why. Let me try that again. It's you again. You have some guts, don't you? That's what she said. Alright, so she doesn't want to show the other pose? Maybe? Leave me alone. I'm not good at socializing. Is the other animation she has. Alright, so that's gonna be it. Thank you guys for joining me on the stream tonight. And yeah, I guess I'll see you guys next time.